though I think most people kind of assume that it's him because they say, hey, Sid plays this 200-foot game. It just seems like it's hard for these guys to understand, yeah, we've still got to play this way because they know they have the talent to get it done in I guess, a more fun style, for lack of a better word. But, yeah, this is nothing new to anybody that's watched this team for a while. When they're injured, when they're banged up, they tend to play their best system hockey.
They do, and it resulted in a crazy 6-2 game. Crazy, I say, because the Penguins had 3 empty net goals. First time, according to Bob Grove, and he knows everything about the Penguins, that's ever happened. But John Cooper kept doing it, and he got a couple of goals. He also gave up 3. Let's go to Sarah in Shadyside, who joins us first here tonight. Hey, Sarah, how are you? Sarah, are you there? All right, Sarah's not there. Let's instead try Fred in North Huntington. Hey, Fred.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on, Fred. Go ahead.
Yes, Bob, I just want to give a shout-out to Bill Mazeroski for his anniversary today, the home run that sent the Buccos to the 60 World Series.
61 years ago. Wow.
Yes, sir.
He just recently turned 85, too. He looks good. He's still golfing and doing stuff out there. So, but it's amazing. And I don't know about you, Chris, but that home run got him into the Hall of Fame. I thought he was a Hall of Fame player in terms of being one of the best defensive players at his position. But until you get one of those kind of plays that becomes historic in nature, I think that put him over the edge. And it took a while, but he finally got in.
Yeah, that play is probably the biggest reason why. Still the only walk-off Game 7 World Series home run we've ever seen. It's interesting, too, it's a commentary. I mean, I never got to watch him play, obviously. His career well predated me being alive. But I think it is funny what we reward in sports, or especially in baseball. How many pure defenders are truly in the Hall of Fame? Like guys who would not be in there but for the glove. Maz, Brooks Robinson maybe. I mean, there are not that many players, especially I feel on the infield, who are in the Hall of Fame because they were just sublime with the glove. There just aren't that many, and I wonder if that's fair, for lack of a better word. Let me put it this way. Let me bounce this off you. There are a lot more great hitters who were poor to flat-out bad fielders who are in the Hall of Fame than the inverse of that.
No, that's absolutely true. And maybe with all the metrics, giving more credence to some of these things happening defensively, things will change over time. But you still got to bring some lumber here and there and make big plays offensively to get the notice I think you need. I want to get back to the Penguins real quick, only because I felt Tristan Jarry played a good game. I don't remember any stellar saves. I think that's a testament to how they played. But ultimately, no matter how well he plays in the regular season, and even if it means they win a division again, what happens in the postseason, to me, will then supersede everything. It doesn't matter, I guess, what I'm saying. Is that fair to say that at this point?
I think it is. Pony and I jousted about that to open the show today. He felt like because it's the Lightning, because it's the 2-time defending Cup champ, that's more of a statement by Jarry, and that there will always be these referendum games throughout the season. I felt that game was an easy one in a sense for Jarry to coming into the game. Forget about what the Penguins did during the game to make it easy on him. You're in somebody else's building for a banner raising. The day, the night, the whole festivity, all of that is about them. It's not about you. Jarry, I thought, got to fly low under the radar in that game. He was the focal point of every talking point, every discussion we had last spring when they were in the playoffs. What was it about, Bob? It was about Tristan Jarry.
Yep.
And it was about, they don't have Casey DeSmith, and they can't go to anybody else. He was under a microscope. I thought it was the complete opposite last night, so I thought that was almost an easier than normal situation in which he could play. So I was happy to see him have a good game. That's a good sign, but I didn't extrapolate much.
Yeah, and I think obviously the Penguins feel strongly that he can bounce back, and he's a young kid. They got a new goaltending coach, and we'll see how it happens. But regardless of what happens during the regular season, ultimately it comes down to what happens. Now we have Sarah who called back. Sarah's in Shadyside. Hello, Sarah. How are you? Sarah, you're going to make me 0 for 2 here. Are you on the air?
Hello?
You're not Sarah. Are you Sarah? All right, let's go to Ty and Esther.
Somebody's got their TV on.
Yeah,
Somebody's committing the cardinal sin. You call into a television sports call-in show. You call into a radio sports call-in show. You got to turn the TV or the radio off, people. I'm sorry. That's just how it works.
It's a delay. Let's go to Nick. Hey, Nick, how you doing? Another violator. We're having one of those nights. All right. Instead, we won't do that. Instead, we're going to sit here and talk about some of the other issues that we want to get. I don't know about you, but very few people like to talk to me about baseball playoffs. I am enamored with them, Chris. I like watching postseason baseball, and I think if it's here now in Pittsburgh, people would be the same way as they were back in 2013-14. But I look at this game tomorrow night. It's a big one. San Francisco and LA, two teams combined with the most wins of any playoff series in the history of the game. And it comes down to one game. And, LA won the other night. I still like San Francisco in this. Are you into it as much as I am, or am I just sitting out there alone?
No, I mean, I'll have to be honest with you. I'm like a lot of people who are, and I am not saying this, so don't take it the wrong way to say like you are old or anything, because you're not. But baseball's demo has been getting progressively older in who still is watching the games, because quite frankly, they're not attracting a younger audience. And most people, I'm 36, so most people don't like assume me in that, but the sport's losing me. I mean, I could make an editorial commentary that maybe the Dodgers and the Giants should be playing a 7-game series and that all the playoffs should be 7-game series, but it feels like it takes long enough as is. Some of these games are going 4.5 hours when there's not a lot of offense. It's just, I got to be honest with you. I watched each wild card game because there is that Game 7 vibe. You just skip right to the good stuff, the eliminator vibe. But I haven't been able, it hasn't kept my attention. It hasn't captivated me since. And I'm sure I'd feel differently if the Pirates were in it, because it always is different when your team is playing. But I guess my point is, you're a big basketball guy just like I am. You love the NBA. That's coming back soon. I watched the NBA playoffs. There isn't a team here. I watched the Stanley Cup playoffs outside of the Penguins. Those games compel and captivate me. I obviously watch pro football playoffs. I watch the college football playoff. Baseball, by this point, I don't know. I'm fatigued, and it just doesn't harbor a lot of interest for me.
Yeah, by the way, speaking of baseball and that Mazeroski home run back then, that Game 7 back in 1960 took 2 hours and 36 minutes to play. It was a 10-9 game, and the most amazing stat was there were no strikeouts in that game at all the whole way through, which is crazy. All right, before we go to break, this is interesting. I want to get to our Tri-State Office Furniture tweet of the day. And, Chris, this is a nice bit of work by the Pittsburgh Steelers, who put on Twitter a picture of Brett Kiesel, and they said for every 1,000 likes this photo gets, we will make his beard bigger. And it kept getting bigger, and the more likes they got, and that's just an invitation for people to put likes out there. I kept growing and growing, and to the point now where it's at a stage where it's encompassing not only the city of Pittsburgh, the Mon Incline, it's just taken over the world. And maybe, just maybe, Jeff Bezos and William Shatner saw this when they went up to space today. But a clever tweet.
What do you say we do this with me? I'll take a picture of me, and then for every 1,000 likes, we'll make my head rounder and larger until it's pulling things into its own gravitational field and it has things orbiting it. I like that idea. Or I'll grow hair. For every 1,000 likes it gets, I'll grow an inch of hair on my actual head.
Or we can actually Photoshop it in. It'd be a great exercise. I think so. All right, we're going to take a break on that note. More calls on the way right after this on Pittsburgh CW.